used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the New York Jets. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a first down carry by Bell. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Bell, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. First carry for James Conner. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Nice play there to force the incomplete.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. 52 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Maybe you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Open man is Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Roethlisberger. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Here we go. 180.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it. And he's in! Touchdown, Steelers! 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Complete to Washington. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
No, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Yeah, it's been a big highlight day for him. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Roethlisberger now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger steps away to his left. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Got an open man, it's Washington. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Broken tackle. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. James Washington making his way back out towards the huddle. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2. From the 40 now on second down. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So in jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A loss of 2 there, second down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Taking it about the 16. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
And now running right through it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Here we go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, a run with counter. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Roethlisberger now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out come the Jets. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A first down throw, Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. But it'll be second down. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. But now it'll be third down. The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold now to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Fielded just inside the 20. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. But it's brought in by Washington. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier, incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will extend this big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Bell, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. James Washington making his way back out towards the huddle. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Like 20. Check like 54.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. They shake some into their totals. That's how you, Charles. You play to the following game.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Yeah.
Who had them? Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's
3-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.